Okay, now we're going to get started on our first summative task, which is Specialised Skills number 1, house drawing, and we're going to draw up a full set of plans as we've discussed previously. Now, the first thing we need to do is to open up our template. Before we looked at just the plain old architectural template that comes with Revit, this template is one that you can download from Moodle, and you should have done that by now. And it's specifically set up so that you have the appropriate wall types, roofs and things like that for the house that you're going to be drawing up. Now, to get that template, what you'll need to do is go on New and Browse instead of choosing any of the standard templates, and it will bring you probably to this page first. Now, what you then need to do is go back and find the folder setup that you've set up in the previous movies, and there's one there called Revit SS1. That's the one I'm after. And if I open that up, I've got all my folders in there. What I can do at this point in time is come over to this Tools and add current folder to Places, and you can see that it's up there. So every time you go to open anything up, you'll get that opening up for you, so you can save your families, save any drafts, save your work in here, etc. So it's a good way to do it, and it makes it easy to find later on. So I'm going into my templates, and I'm picking on that one, which is our SS1 template, and opening. It's asking whether I want to create a new template or do I want to open it as a template. So I want to start a new project, so I leave it on project and click OK. And we have it open there. Now, remember these little things here just show which way we are looking in for some of the different elevations of our house drawing. So the house normally faces south, the north is at the top, so this will be looking north, this will be looking south, east and west. So we can either click on those, or maybe not, but we can come down and look at the elevations here. So I'm going to pick the north elevation. And within that elevation, we can see our building levels. Now, levels are extremely important in Revit. You can put them in at any old time, but they will help you draw things, because when we draw a wall, for example, we choose different levels for that wall to be drawn within, as you saw probably before in the first templates and interface video, where we looked at drawing up some fairly simple walls. Now, so these ones have all been set up for you, and you can see that we have ground floor 0. Now, we've set this at 0, but often you may see that set at 4,300, 10,000. It could be anything, a measurement from a certain data point. It might be above sea level or whatever, but we don't know where our house is going to be, so we're just putting 0 in at this stage. And the TO footing, top of footing, bottom of footing, 100 there, 400 there, and our top plate. Now, the plate is the top rail of a timber frame of a brick veneer home, so we call that a plate, and that's the top of the plate at 2,700. So it's basically our ceiling line there. Now, these look all neat, and they're all got little elbows on them so that you can read them all, and if we go through and have a look at all of them, they're all set up exactly the same. That won't be the case when you're setting up a new template or a new project, and I'll just show you what that will look like if we go into ground floor. And what I'm going to do here is put in a section. So I'm going to click view, and I'm going to put a section in, put it across there, and then once that's in, I can come down and find my section views, and we've got a section there. You don't have to do this, okay? It's really just for you to have a look at and realize that you may have to do it in the future. We'll just turn that crop region off, and we'll zoom in, and we can still see we haven't got our top of plate here because we haven't got any building in there at the moment, but we can see these ground floor and bottom of footing and so on, and they're all bunched up here. You can't see what's happening here. Now, what you can do is if you click and choose one of those levels and you come in very close, you have to be good with this. You can see on there's a little bit there that when you hover over it says add an elbow. So when you click on that, we'll actually put in an elbow. So let's do that to all of these, and you've got to find it. There it is there. And you can actually drag that now down and out if you want. like so. This one here, I was actually going to drag this one up and out. So when it lines up with one of the others, you can see you get a little dash line, and the top of footing one could probably stay straight there because we can read them all. So when you put any sections in during your drawing process in this house, you'll have to change those around so that you can see them. And if you start up any brand new templates later on for your final major projects, you will have to change those around as well. So it's just something to remember there. Right, so we're not going to worry about that. I'm going to delete that section at this stage. We don't need it. As I said, it was only for your information. We'll just go back and see that we've got our levels in there. And basically now we're ready to start drawing. But you need to save your drawing. So come up to Save As and Save Project. We'll go into our Revit folder. And I'm just going to save my drawing actually out here. And I want you to call this SS1 underscore house underscore and then your first name and last initial. That way we can keep tabs of them when you're sending them to me, or if you're emailing me them or uploading them to Moodle. So save it at that, and I'm just saving it in the actual Revit section there. So just click on that and go OK. It does take a little while to save. So get that done. Have a look at the levels. Get the template opened up, but save it as a project with your name in your folder, ready to get started. And our next step is to create the slab foundation for our house, and then we can build our walls and the rest of the building off of that slab foundation. Good luck with it.